Even more demons, even more earth. The closer you look, the more you'll learn, and the more you know, the heavier the weight upon your delicate human brain. Are you sure you want to learn more about demons that may or may not be living in the same place as you? I suppose you could use this knowledge to stay safe, but let's be real. It'd probably just raise the likelihood of you running into something horrid. Watch out, and have a couple good backup plans in case of demonic experience. Let's count down the top 5 scary demons living on Earth, part 2. Coming in number 5, we've got Ronove. Learning is a lifelong endeavor, correct? The moment you stop learning, you stop living a worthwhile existence. Hopefully nobody feels too called out by that, but I will stand by the statement until I stop learning, which will be when I die. Hopefully Ronove comes for me, because that means I will have lived a long, potentially prosperous life. I say potentially prosperous because nothing is guaranteed, and this demon doesn't seem to particularly care about anything other than old age. Known as the taker of old souls, Ronove will appear near the end of a being's lifespan, whether that be human or not, in order to harvest its soul. Like a wine connoisseur, Ronove knows that things get better with age, and he's more than happy to wait the allotted amount of time. In the meantime, he is a teacher of many things. Maybe the pursuit of knowledge and friendship makes one's old soul even more valuable. Ronove is known for his teachings of rhetoric, or how to be convincing. In fact, a lot of his rhetorical teachings are meant to endear people to their peers, win over potential pals, partners, and people in general. This could be to help Ronove eventually find even more old souls to harvest, but can you blame him? It's kind of like a modern day social media pyramid scheme boss babe scenario, you know? Teaching folks how to influence other folks in order to bring all sorts of organized profit for the person at the very top. But you're running your own business, Ronove. Now, you might not think that someone coming to collect the old souls of old creatures is such a bad thing. However, if a soul goes with Ronove, it's definitely not going anywhere else. So folks who dreamed of a beautiful afterlife in somewhere heavenly might find themselves disappointed, if not totally distressed, with the afterlife Ronove has to offer. Plus, the dude's hideous, like mad ugly, even for a demon. People describe him as a hideous monster with a balding, upsetting human face. He's got a monkey's tail and walks around in the nude carrying a gnarled old staff. I really hope that's not a euphemism. Yikes. Coming in number 4, we've got AIM. Look around you. Everything's on fire these days, it seems. Temperatures are rising around the globe and nothing seems to be safe from flame. Forest fires are to be expected, although these are more common and destructive than ever. Thanks, baby gender reveal parties. Definitely worth it. But the overuse of blue and pink fireworks in heavily wooded areas isn't the only thing contributing to these massive pyres. Sure, forests are on fire, but those are made of wood, famous for its flammable properties. How about the ocean though? Should that really be catching fire? Now, we can look at all sorts of contributing factors here and come away with a list of things adding to the flammability of our world. Burning fossil fuels, weapons manufacturing, the exploitation of delicate natural resources, and more. But what if we could blame a demon for all these big fires? Wouldn't that take the blame and pressure off for a little bit? If you think that's true, then I have a demon for you. AIM, Great Duke of Hell, commander of 20 demonic legions, all around jerk. Classic. AIM is known for his love of fire, and he doesn't ever seem to stop igniting them. Depicted as a man in most accounts, he's got a good head on his shoulders. A good few heads actually, as in addition to his human head in the middle, there's a serpent head and a cat head. He rides around on an enormous viper wielding a firebrand at all times, and with that ever-burning torch, he ignites all of those insane fires. Most of what he burns can be considered great places. He's been responsible for the incineration of enormous castles, bustling cities, and other assorted buildings and locations. And of course, this can be spread to other problem areas like forests, the ocean, and all of Australia. So put away your charity money, forget about living a greener life, and don't bother lobbying major corporations and governments to cool it with the environmental destruction. Just blame AIM, the demon from hell, for all this fire and smoke. Isn't that just so much easier? Coming at number 3, we've got Mephistopheles, the meddling middleman demon. Mephistopheles will gladly take your soul for a luxurious price. Enjoy all the things you've imagined yourself enjoying as long as the devil has your essence at the end of the day. Sounds pretty nice, right? Well, Faust might disagree with you. Mephistopheles is a demon of German origin, famously originating in the demonic deal-making legend of Faustian fame. If you're willing to sacrifice your values for material gain, you might run into Mephistopheles. In the original legend, Faust is dissatisfied with his life and after attempting to end it himself makes a deal with the devil. In this deal, Mephistopheles will serve Faust for a set amount of time, and at the end Faust will be handed over to the devil for an eternity of servitude. This demon helps Faust seduce a beautiful young girl, often named Gretchen, resulting in her life falling to ruin. How the tale ends is widely contested, as many different versions of the story have been told. However, through Mephistopheles' help, Faust often commits to a life of sin, unable to make up for the evil deeds he's done. In one of the most famous tellings of Faust, penned by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, Faust does make it to heaven in the end thanks to his endless striving. This makes Mephistopheles quite mad, but what can you do? Of course, this demon has also been reimagined in many ways, becoming a stock demonic character in folklore and even being made into an enemy of Silver Surfer and Johnny Blaze as Mephisto. There's no avoiding the influence of this particular demon, and as a human with desires, you've probably had a few brushes with him over the years. Coming in number 2, we've got Baal. Some demons are especially hideous. Baal knows this fact quite well, as he is one of the most despicable looking, appearing as a combination of cat, toad, and man, often a weird blobby mix of all of them with spider legs underneath. This is a weird looking dude. Sorry, Baal, but it's true. Somehow, this hideous creature seems to be able to teach people concepts related to science and love. The first one, I sorta get. The second one though, well, you know what? Maybe the adversity Baal has gone through thanks to his hideousness has made him a wiser, kinder person. He's still a demon though, so take what he teaches with a grain of salt. He commands an indefinite number of legions and could be ranked anywhere from a Duke of Hell to a prince to even a king. He's got a hoarse voice and can also make anyone invisible. So yeah, Baal everyone! And finally at number 1 we've got Ahriman. While this demon might not be immortal in the same way others are, he definitely represents all sorts of negative forces in a way that's all his own. Ahriman is the Zoroastrian primordial deity of evil. It's a pretty heavy title, don't you think? Often called the Druj or the Lie, he's the force that drives anger, greed, envy, and more. Folks spend their entire lives trying to avoid the influence of this demon, oftentimes to no avail. It's hard to stay away from a force that embodies chaos, death, disease, disorder, and confusion. It's just all part of the human experience. There are many legends concerning Ahriman, from the creation of many diseases, to the invention of other demons meant to cause harm to humans, to raising a son to be pure evil. Ahriman is evil incarnate and appears in many tales across many places. He is destined to be eventually overcome by forces of good, but until that happens, things are gonna be pretty rough. Goodness gracious, that is a pack of unsavory individuals. Demons are always going to have some sort of influence on our lives, whether material or metaphorical. Humans can't exist without some sort of evil influence being personified, although these days our demons are looking a lot more human and wielding a lot more power and influence. Ha! So, what'd you think of the list? Did you agree with my picks? Which demon do you think is the scariest? Make sure you let me know down in the comments. Speaking of comments, let's take a look at some of your more insidious ones from the top 5 worst angels of the Bible, part 3. DJ Laguna says, I have the exact Pikachu jacket and shirt. He shocks me all the time. Damn, you sound like Ash. You gotta get that Pikachu in line. Prep for It says, if there is no coffee or beer in heaven, then I side with Lucifer. No, that's totally fair. I get it. Helios Apollyon says, it's important to note that there is a spiritual light and darkness, and then there is literal light, Hyperion, and literal darkness, Apollyon. Good to know. Joel Jimenez says, wow, these angels are scary, but I totally understand them and why they exist. Everything serves a purpose. And the bright side says, angels are scary, I like demons more, they keep me company. Yeah, they'll definitely spend more time by your side, that's for sure. And that is all the time we have for today. I'm going to try tightrope walking on a particularly windy day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I gotta wake up, you know? One of these, and one of these too. Oh, let's fix that up. It's probably something that would just raise the likelihood of you running in. Nope. I suppose you could use this knowledge to stay safe, but let's be real. It's probably just gonna your life there had to so though the beep beep boop bop beep. Goodness gracious, that is a pack. So what'd you think of the I am going to try tightrope walking. Whoa. I am going to try tightrope. I'm gonna die, that's what I'm gonna do.